Today, I'm going to share with you how to ace the new LSAT writing sample if you're taking the LSAT in 2025 or beyond. We'll go over what's new, how you can approach the section with confidence, and what law schools are looking for. For those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally increased my LSAT score from a 152 to a 175. Now, LSAT made some big changes to the LSAT writing sample in 2024. It's now the argumentative writing sample. And so what this means is that a lot of the older materials about LSAT writing are outdated and don't reflect the new format. Additionally, the writing sample is more important than ever before because law schools really do now need to be able to see how you write without a law school application consultant, and more importantly, more recently, without using AI chatbots like ChatGPT. It used to be that only the 1%ers could afford application consultants, which cost thousands of dollars, but now access to high quality editing and proofreading is democratized with free AI chatbots. And so what this means is that the writing sample is law school's only chance to see what your writing ability is actually like without any outside help. They're looking at your ability to organize and express ideas clearly. They're looking to see whether you can construct a logical, coherent argument and how good you are at grammar. Of course, the good news is that this is not going to be a make or break part of your application. If you have major issues with it, if there's a major difference between this and your application essays, that could be a major red flag. But if you can do reasonably well on this, you're showing you've got the skills to communicate clearly and effectively. By the way, LSAC has indicated that in the future, at some point, they are going to make the writing sample scored, but that is not the case for at least this admissions cycle through June of 2025. So how do you succeed at the LSAT writing sample? First and foremost, be clear and be concise. Keep your sentences straightforward, no run-ons, no long-winded explanations. Don't try to use big 5-syllable words where you're not really sure what they mean. There's nothing worse than using a big vocabulary word the wrong way. Keep your sentences short and sweet. Secondly, follow the instructions. Use the provided source material to support your argument. And also, of course, address the opposing views, meaning recognize the other side of the argument, then explain why your side is stronger. And make sure that you are clear and direct with the argument that you're making. State your position clearly and stick to it throughout your essay. Don't change your opinion midway through. So when I say here, address the opposing views, I'm not saying change your mind midway through. I'm saying just acknowledge the argument of the other side, but then explain why your side is stronger. So let's get into an LSAC provided example here. They shared a sample prompt. By the way, this is available in Law Hub if you want to take a look at it. I'll summarize it for you here. The topic here is about the purpose of college. Should it focus on preparing you for your career, or should it serve as a broader exposure to the liberal arts? And the prompts here, the source material is giving you different perspectives. One of them is arguing for the career focus. The other is focusing more on the value of a broad liberal arts education. And then others still focus on more on the societal impacts. And so your job here is pick a side, use the material provided to back up your argument, but also acknowledge the counter arguments. If you want to make this easier for yourself, pick the side you actually agree with or feel the most comfortable arguing, because it'll make your job here, it'll make your writing that much smoother. And so when you're structuring your response, start with your thesis, start with your main idea, but again, keep it concise. And so you might argue here, the purpose of college is to prepare individuals for their career success. If that's your case, then present your first argument as your first body paragraph. Then present another reason, another argument in favor of this, another piece of evidence as your second paragraph. Then in your third paragraph, you might want to acknowledge the opposing viewpoints and explain why you find it less convincing, even if you might acknowledge they do make some good points, but my side's better. Then finally, sum it up in the conclusion by restating your thesis, restating your main idea. It doesn't have to be anything more than that. Again, keep the entire essay short and sweet. Keep your sentences short and sweet. Keep your paragraphs short and sweet. Don't drone on just for the sake of droning on if you have nothing to say. This is not meant to be a thesis in college or a dissertation. You're just looking for 3 to 5 paragraphs max, ideally, and keep them organized and clearly structured with topic sentences and conclusion sentences. And finally, don't stress about this. Law schools are not expecting this to be perfect. They just want to see that you can communicate reasonably well, that you're fluent in written English, that you can communicate effectively and present a clearly organized argument. Of course, for now at least, the LSAT writing sample is not scored, so focus a whole lot more on the scored portions of the LSAT, namely the 2 scored logical reasoning sections and the 1 scored reading comprehension section as well. And so, of course, while at LSAT Unplugged, we do have lessons on the new argumentative writing sample, we're focused a whole lot more, for now at least, on the scored portions of the LSAT currently, logical reasoning and reading comp. We can support you on your journey to scoring a 170 or above through our live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching programs. If you're interested in finding out more, you can check out the links below to book a call with me and my team. And in the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.